I'm not dressed like this for any particular reason, except that it's the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who this month. Doctor Who is my favourite show of all time. I love Doctor Who. To try to keep in conjunction with this YouTube channel, I'm going to be talking about possibly the greatest collaboration to ever hit the gaming industry. In this episode, I am not alone. I've managed to rope in an old friend. I've got Alex from the Timeless podcast here to help out, to review these games to the best quality that they deserve. Say hello, Alex.
Sex.
To do this properly, we're going to be travelling back to the past. 2010 to be precise. Matt Smith is the Doctor and Series 5 has just been aired. It's November and Christmas is coming out. All you want this festive season is just a little bit more Doctor Who, but all you've got is your stinky Wii and your old DS. Only there was a way to Doctor Whoify that up a little bit. Oh wait, there is. Wait. What is that? In the distance? Over yonder horizon? Could it be our saving grace this festive year? This is the Doctor Who Sonic Screwdriver Wiimote. Yep, this exists. I didn't just pick it up off of Etsy or anything like that. This actually was sold. It's got everything, buttons, the lot. Now this lovely, lovely device was sold specifically to be played with the first game on our list. And I can say, it feels like quality. In fact, this is what Alex of the Timeless podcast said when I handed it to him. Does that feel like quality, Alex?
No. No, it doesn't. That's more fragile than me.
Now, if only there was a game to play with your new Sonic Wiimote. Doctor Who, Return to Earth. Are you telling me that with every ounce of power the Wii has to offer, and a fully working Sonic Screwdriver, I can be the Doctor in this game? I can play as the Doctor himself? I honestly cannot wait. Who are you, mate? Who are you? Where is the Doctor? What have you done with the Doctor? Who is this? Who is this? It looks like Jack Whitehall in a wig. Okay, deep breaths. Whoever that was, bit of a letdown. Not quite Matt Smith. But we do still have Karen Gillan's Amy Pond to work with. And... ooh... you know, I think Alex put it the best way.
I don't know if I'd sign off on that if I was Karen Gillan, to be honest. For some reason, everyone looks like they've melted.
But I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
Okay, although they might not look like themselves, they do sound like themselves. This game does have full voice acting by Matt Smith of Morbius fame and Karen Gillan, who once was lucky enough to meet Alex of the Timeless podcast. I mean, look at her, she looks like she's shitting bricks. I'd be nervous.
Sex.
Honestly, the voice acting in this game is the saving grace. You do have Matt Smith and you do have Karen Gillan as the 11th Doctor and Amy Pond. It's perhaps the only thing stopping me from just destroying this game. This game looks awful. How did this come out on the same console as this? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they spent most of the budget perfecting the gameplay, because obviously a video game needs some decent gameplay to go along with it. So perhaps this gameplay is about to blow my mind. And wow, this gameplay is good. It's amongst the best that the Wii has to offer, in my opinion. I mean, why wouldn't it be when you can do this and this? And you can also point at things, and then when you're pointing at them, you can shoot them. Try doing that in your Zeldas. I can't wait to see how they adapt and change this mechanic throughout the game to get more challenging to... That's it. That's the game. You shoot different coloured things with different coloured crystals.
It's one of those interesting and intricate universes, and yet in this one you get random rooms with boring ass puzzles doing nothing. With Doctor Who, you can literally do anything else apart from that, but no, we have to sit there and move the ball with our remote, and it's like a magnet. Yay! Great! That's fantastic! But I don't want to be doing that in my Doctor Who.
The gameplay doesn't change depending on if you're playing as the Doctor or Amy, which could have been a really cool way of doing it. You could have had Doctor levels that are shooting the things with the sonic screwdriver, And then you could have had Amy levels, which are the stealth part of things. Okay, occasionally you get a mini game, like trying to get a ball for a maze or shooting out asteroids. But once you've done these once, there's not a lot of variety there either. When developing the game, Asylum Entertainment, who at this point had brought us such masterpieces as Play with the Teletubbies and Sushi Go Round, came up with a rather clever idea to make a little bit more money. Their idea was to develop 2 games and to interlink their story in a way that only Doctor Who could get away with. Evacuate Earth came out in the same month as its counterpart Return to Earth and takes place after it, but before it. That's right, you heard me, it's after it but before it. Basically, to Amy and the Doctor's point of view, the events of Return to Earth happen before the events of Evacuate Earth. But in the universe, in time, the events of Evacuate Earth take place before the events of Return to Earth.
Be wobbly, timey-wimey.
This glorified puzzle game has the 11th Doctor and Amy Pond investigating one of the final human settlements on Earth. This game is a puzzler. You know, I love a good puzzle, and I love such amazing classics as Where's the Bicycle? There it is. The ball game from Return to Earth makes an appearance here. Why? It was the worst part of that game. Why would you bring it into this game? But shittier. I was playing this game thinking these puzzles are a bit easy, and then they throw this at me. And I'm there for an hour trying to figure out how to make a bleeding circuit. I gave up in the end. Once again, we get treated to some amazing voice acting by Matt and Karen.
There's lots of good reasons to go to the Lake District.
Oh, never mind. We get text boxes for the majority of this game, but that's standard on the DS. I'm not too angry about that, and we do still get little noise clips every time that we finish one of the puzzles with such golden nuggets as...
Well, I am a genius.
And...
Nice.
Completing puzzles also, occasionally, will get you an item that you need to progress the story. Some of these items don't make a lot of sense in the general narrative of Doctor Who. There is an item that you pick up very early on in the game that's just a lockpick. I'd understand if it was a lockpick for Amy, because she's a human and she doesn't have a sonic screwdriver, so to get into places, she'd have to pick the locks. Nope, that's not Amy's jacket, is it? This lockpick is on the Doctor. Why does the Doctor need a lockpick? He's actually just picking locks in this game. Breaking and entering. Sonic screwdriver. And it's done. These games are possibly the worst thing on the Wii. The DS one's actually pretty good. It knew what it wanted to be, and it wasn't trying to overextend itself. This, however, no, it's bad. I don't like it.
It's not good, is it? And it's really gutting to say that. As a lifelong Doctor Who fan, it's really bizarre to me that we've not really had great Doctor Who video games. The best ones I can think of is the adventure games, but sadly they are no longer available. We missed. But in all seriousness, it doesn't feel right to not have a good Doctor Who game. And Doctor Who and the Wii kind of feel purpose-built for each other. You know, you've got the motion controls which you can use and you should be able to use, but instead what do you do in this? You shoot emojis, because that's what every Doctor Who fan wants to do. It's really baffling to me that Doctor Who, which is a great platform for imagination and story, all the Doctor Who games really don't use that to their advantage. It doesn't really fully capture the brilliance of Nintendo Wii and its game mechanics. It certainly isn't the best console of all time. Sorry, Nintendo Wii fans. It is interesting. It is sort of one of a kind, especially at the time. And yeah, it's just not interesting. How can you make Doctor Who not interesting? That's actually the most difficult thing in the world. If I have one recommendation for you, it's don't play this. Go play the adventure games. Oh wait, you can't, BBC! That's all I've got to say really, George. Thank you for putting me through this. It's been fun, man. I hate you. Sex.
I'm aware that I'm comparing this to like Nintendo properties that have a higher budget, but when you think about the fact that the budget for this game was split not only to this, but also to this. If you'd have just taken the budget that went into designing this and put them into one actually slightly decent game, this could have been something. This could have been a really fun adventure game. Oh, well. This was 13 years ago. These games came out. We've had so much great Doctor Who since. You know what? I'm going to whack on an episode of Doctor Who right now on my telly and watch some good old Tom Baker. Let's get it going, shall we?
Curry sauce all over your anus. Delish.
I don't remember that episode. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for staying to this point. If you like the content, please subscribe, like, all that stuff that I mentioned before. Also, make sure you go and follow Alex at the Timeless Podcast. He puts so much work into what he does, and he makes a weekly podcast, and it's pretty good. Thank you very much. Ta-ra, and I'll see you later.